Yes, yes, and more yes. J.J. Abrams, thank you. We have Overlord here, which is a movie that all takes place the day before the storming of Normandy.
Does anyone remember the Wolfenstein video game franchise that's always set in World War II and mainly about German underground experiments? This movie is essentially the same exact thing. So much so that when I was watching it, that is all I thought about the entire time. Now, is that good or bad, you ask? Well, I really enjoyed the video game franchise, so essentially, I really enjoyed the movie.
Even though this World War II movie wasn't the same uber-realism as Saving Private Ryan, I felt like there were times where they tried to make it as close to that as possible. And there were times watching the war sequences in this film where I did have the same feeling and the same reaction as watching Saving Private Ryan. So they got the squad, right? And the mission is to take out this tower that would essentially cripple the air support of the Normandy mission. Now, if that doesn't make sense to you, it doesn't have to. There's so much action and guns and explosions in this movie, I didn't even need to pay attention to the story. Now, I did, but I didn't need to.
Okay, listen, if you're allergic to suspense and constant situations that could potentially give you anxiety, you may want to sit this one out, because this is constant edge of your seat suspense the entire freaking movie. I mean, there's no downtime from it. I barely had a chance to breathe in between the scenes. Like, there's no downtime at all, which, for someone who's a fan of suspense like myself, it was superb.
This movie, wow. They didn't try to ruin the suspense or the action with some comedic relief. I mean, they didn't want to give you relief at all.
They didn't really try to make it too comical like they did with Inglourious Basterds.
They did throw some random one-liners here and there to get you to smirk or smile even or chuckle, but it wasn't enough to distract you from the film, which in situations like this is okay, I guess.
What I'm trying to say is the vibe of this movie was real, up until the German underground experiments, which did happen, but not to this extent.
Lots of guns and lots of explosions, and need I say more? 10 out of freaking 10.
I still haven't even controlled my heart rate yet. 10 out of 10. I just loved the video game boss battle at the end. 9 out of 10.
It was good for what it was. 6 out of 10. It wasn't forced comedy, but there also wasn't unforced comedy either. Now, 4 out of 10. We here at Who's Review give Overlord the overall rating of sensory overload. Try to say that 5 times fast. It's not a bad thing, just with the intense lighting, accompanying the intense score with the intense scenes, it'll catch you off guard if you're not paying attention, or if you're not expecting it. Now, it's not an amazing movie, but I will let you know I was not bored for a single second. If you are going to watch this movie, make sure you watch it on the big screen so you get that great audio-video output. There you have it, that's our review. What do you think? Are we way off, right on? Let us know in the comment section below, and we'll check it out and respond. As always, if you want to stay up to date on all things Who's Review, make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and most importantly of all, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for checking us out here at Who's Review, where everyone's a critic. It's not an amazing movie, but I will let you know that I didn't get bored for a single second. I'm gonna do that again.